What's going on, everybody? Hey, looks like the mic's working. Free to play OG here, back for day 71 of the free to play account series. Good morning, everybody. Good day, good evening, wherever you are on Earth. What's up, Sean? What's up, Llamas? What's up, Sam? What's up, Sahaj? What's going on, everybody? Thanks so much for being here. Let's fire this thing up. It's going to be a weird one today. I'm trying some different stuff. I figure I'm going to let you all know now. So if anyone wants to, they can prepare for it, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and combine up a Mythic Rift, and we'll run a Mythic Rift today on stream with chat. Anyone who's on the friends list or in the Alliance can go ahead and hop in with us, and we'll get some extra essence today instead of dumping all our energy before we get into World Boss Legend and stuff. I think that's not a bad idea to do every once in a while all together. I think that'd be fun. And we get enough... like I hop in sometimes with some of the other guys doing Mythic Rifts, but I usually just kind of like tag along from the outside. I'm not in any kind of like a rotation group necessarily. So I think we're okay to use some of ours for the stream. Yeah, no more burn season for real. Oh, real quick, for Sam. So what he's talking about with dimension shifters, right? You're talking about Doctor Strange and Clea. So we go in here. Clea's missions, are they the Dark Dimension? Yeah, okay. So, see right here where it says Dimension Shift? Clea bios, right? A Dimension Shifter means that if you run the stage manually with energy, you can't clear ticket it. You need to actually go into the stage and run it. There's a, I think, I've heard from two sources, it's a 1 in 3 chance to get a ally that shows up in the battle with you and it says ally striker so-and-so across the screen. Sometimes it's not the same character you get the bio from. That's why I'm saying it this way. It's kind of weird. But yeah, if that character shows up in that run through the mission, you will get 1 bio for the character advertised here at the end of the run. So you can, like, what a lot of people do, you get like a series of rank up tickets from your first Shadowland clears. I believe it's stages like 1 through 10. You just need, I could look up the infographic, but you got to clear like stages 1 through 10. And you get like a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 6-star rank up ticket or something like that. And you can use those on an Epic Quest character if you want. Sahaj explained it really well though. Like, you're making a choice there. If you use a 6-star rank up ticket, like I'll just tell you what we did and what the problem it caused for us. So we used 6-star rank up tickets and our rank up ticket series on several characters for Epic Quests to expedite them, so we could move through them quickly and get them done to get Doctor Strange and to get our X-Men material missions unlocked. And now that is why we are sitting here with Ghost Panther and Valkyrie sitting at 1 star, because I literally just don't have the tickets to take them up. So, which is fine. I'm not saying I regret my choice, but that was the consequence of what I did, because you get a 6-star rank up ticket once a month from, is it the Future Pass? Or is that the 5-star? I think that's the 6-star, right? The Future Pass. We don't have it right now because it expired. But you're given one every month, a 6-star rank up ticket. Not a mega, just a 6-star. And you're also given a 5-star. So if you can get a character up to 4 stars manually through dimension shifters, you can use that trick where you like use dimension shifters to build Clea up to rank 4, and then you can use a 5 and a 6-star rank up ticket to finish her, so you don't have to get 100, you know, whatever that is, 240 bios through dimension shifting or whatever. It would be insane. But anyways, there you go. There's some options. And then as far as 6-star mega rank up tickets, they're pretty rare. We don't get them all the time, and they're not really guaranteed. Hey, thanks a lot, Tanker. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully that helps a little bit. No, it's not a mega. No, it's just a regular. It's just another route, like I said, where you can like rank her up to 4 stars on your own and then use a 5 and 6-star. Because you end up with quite a few of those because we are guaranteed 1 every month. I've been using plenty of them, the 6 stars and stuff. And you can see we still are sitting on 3 5-stars and 1 6-star. Because they come in pretty regularly. No, I don't think it's not the mega, right? It's just a 6-star from the Future Pass. In fact, I've been thinking about this, Sean. I don't know that we are guaranteed a 6-star mega rank up ticket from anything, dude. I was trying to figure that out because we're hurting for them. So I'm like, if there was a way to like force one, I would. You can get one out of the collections in the Epic Quests. I'm ready for our like double donation event and our ISO8 reroll event. I need that bad. We're actually probably gonna. Yeah, no, we're looking good. Feathers, crystals, it all looks good. There's a lot of people requesting BAM, so. But I think we've got a few people in the Alliance that can just dole out black antimatter like it's no problem. Man, we are so close. More tier 4 materials here. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, man. We never, like, I feel like I never see 2 and 3 and 4-star rank up tickets anymore. Like, ever. It's weird that they... Oh, is it a mega from the Future Pass? Well, that's handy. Nice. So we do get a guarantee. Okay, then what am I'm forgetting. Where does the... You get a 6-star, a 5-star, and I guess a mega. I forgot that that was a mega from the Future Pass. Or never knew. But I knew, because I've gotten it and used it several times. But yeah. You have a couple different ways to get... I know the 5's from a bonus mission, right? Dude, I'm tripping. I can't remember where the 6-star rank up ticket comes from every month. Oh well, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie, I had like a gnarly bout of insomnia last night. Stayed up so late. I ended up watching like almost all of Supercell. I don't know if anyone's seen that series. It's actually pretty good. I was enjoying it. Yeah, either the gold or energy one. What's up, Kush? Thanks for coming by the stream. Good to see you again. Team of collections, but you'll need to enhance Uni 3 times and attempt team of collection twice. Yeah. For the event there. And we, the tokens we got, we had already gotten a pip for, so we weren't able to like just go in and upgrade the collection twice. We're gonna have to hit another one some other way. We'll see how that works. Actually, I should look at that really quick. You guys see, I just point this out. We got another ranked battle for Electro, which is really, really nice. Let's see here. What's the, there it is. Nice, it's crystals again. Wow. So, a bunch more free rewards and crystals. What's up? T1RJJ, what's going on, brother? Thanks for joining the stream. All right, I better keep it moving. So, we've got... Somebody was asking about our inventory management and why we're not, like, reducing our inventory more. And I kind of was like, I am. It just refills. And that was both the right answer, and also I wasn't doing this as efficiently. I'm going to be a lot more strict about how many of these ISO8 I let sit in our inventory. I don't need so many of them. Yeah, like this is crazy. And I don't even care too much to convert these because it costs gold. I could maybe do that. Sell 1, 2, and 3, convert 4s. Right now I'm just going to sell them all. Convert 4, 5, 6. I will make a video eventually about inventory management. So we've got absolutely awesome. We've got 200 of Essence of Dimension here, which we need. Nice. Congrats on the tokens you need, man. I don't know if I said hi, man, Preet, but hi. And hi, Chance. Thanks for coming by the stream, guys. We got a bunch of chests here. Let's see if we get anything yummy. Like a bunch. But they're kind of mid. 2 terrible chests, so we'll see what we get. Okay. Clear tickets ain't too bad. Lots of gold. That's great because our gold got destroyed. For sure. Nice. Oh gosh, lots of gold. Love it. Lots of gold. Hell yeah. I saved up the splash for this morning. There we go. Man, that was a good, solid chunk of gold. That was... What was that? Like 4 million? Something like that? Maybe more? And then we got all this too. Hell yes. Please, let's go. Now we got some selectors again. Yeah, check this out, guys. This is crazy. I'm actually like kind of proud of this. So you got all your shop characters up at the top, right? She's, you know, shop. And then all the support missions down below. Check this out with the shop characters. There they are. We got like 3 left. 4. Out of every single one, we've got all of them but 4 to 6 stars. Yeah, not bad, dude. Not bad. So yeah, just these scrubs down here left to build up. And, you know, we'll get to that. I kind of leave them, usually. I don't let them get too close to expiry, but we never know if we're going to be like, oh man, if we only had so-and-so's bios, we could get such and such, and then we'd be able to do this and that. All right, so there's our inventory, Dunsters. Let's do a GBR real quick. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and remember that we've got these. Snatch those up. Oh, I forgot. Let's go to your inbox. Let's forget that. But we're going to use them. Get some extra GBR rewards. Yeah, right, to get crystals, that's right. Yeah, you can see that's what I'm after. That's why it looks like that, because I'm hunting down crystals, man. We need like, I think it's 1,700 more or something like that before the anniversary for me to be right where I want to be. I want to be just over 19,000. All right. Up to it here. Let's see who's around. On. Okay, nice. We got Diego. Let's see if we can't grab someone who needs a carry here. Much. I don't know if one of you fellas wants a GBR run, but here. We'll just see who grabs it. Ah. All right. What's up here? Go. Grab somebody. Is it bad to build 2 consecutive villain tier 4s? I don't think so. I can't think of a in villain. The only thing would be like convenience for story mode farming, I guess, ultimate story mode farming, because having a villain and a hero would make it a little smoother, but that's certainly no reason to change who you want to tier 4. Maybe I'm missing something someone else can catch, but I don't see any reason that's not a really solid plan. Actually looks really solid. You get Loki for farming and dispatch pushing and yada yada, and then you get Gwenpool for super strong World Boss Legend and ABL value. So, looks good to me. Yeah. I don't know how we all ended up crowded in the middle there. That was fun. Oh boy. Let us go, man. Not even doing this well either at all. Yeah, I know, he's making fun of his hat. What a dick. That's funny to me. Talking ish about my boy's hat. So close, Diego. So close. Yeah, we're going to take a look at our Gwenpool. I forgot to put that on the notes. We need to do that before. Yeah, we'll do it. We got to switch up Gwenpool's obelisk. We just got to do it. I'll like forget, and then we'll come around to another day, and I'll enter into ABL, then go, dang it, we should have switched that obelisk. So, golly, that's nice. Woo! Woo! I mean, I know that was a lot of boost points. That wasn't even a lot of boost points, but more than 100. All right, GBR down. Let's go into our inventory. And I want to we should have a ton of, yeah, ton of these we can build up. But for now, dude, is that really all? Wait, what? Is it only going to cost 15,000 gold to make a mythic? Why? Why do I feel like that's so cheap? Because it is. I must, oh, because I have, duh, because there's one's closer. Like it's using the purple one, but still, I'm surprised that's so cheap. Like the second one, and the third one is still so cheap. Oh, because you need 25, dude, wake up. That's what I get for not sleeping, right? Yeah, no, Kush is like, yo, brother, whoosh, slap across the face, drink your coffee. Yeah, you need 25. I was like sitting here like, that can't be right, dude, or I would be running these every single day. There she blows. That's what I thought we were gonna be spending. I was like, something's off here. Something's not right. Yep, there you go. Awesome. All right. Yeah, I thought maybe we could do this like at least once a week for now. Like we'll have the things for... let me gather up some energy here before we crack this. Let's see. How much do we want is the question. $15K what? Energy? Oh, yeah, 15,000 gold for a Mythic Rift. Yeah, dude. Lol. I don't know what game I thought I was playing. All right, let me go back there. Sorry. Sure, dude. Just give us some of this. That is fine, fine, fine. Was there a combine on there too? Your upgrade. Inch. Okay. Sure, eat that. What's going on, Ninja? Good to see you again. We're getting ready to pop a Mythic Rift here. Just grabbing a little more energy before we do. Not gonna go too crazy farming it, but definitely something we need to get into doing, so. All right. And a smiley face. All right. There we go. I'm going to give it like 2 more minutes here just in case the Alliance sees it. I don't know who's online or not, but throw it up just so people can see. Go ahead and feed our badge whilst we're waiting. And I'm also curious how we're doing on our essence, eh? Pretty low, pretty low. We must have done this a couple days ago. I mean, it's not actually not that low. We've been doing it at about 2,500, so. Doing really good, Normal Noob. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming by the stream. We're getting ready to pop a Mythic Rift here, and we're all gonna go farm that sucker. All right, folks, let's do her. Why not? Yeah, we got 170 energy. Looking good, looking good. Let's bust this guy open. What do we got today? Which one is it? Frozen Kingdom. Yeah, this is the one with the... Yeah. Oh, yeah, like the uni. No, yeah, he gives some value, but it's not the same. He gets like... He doesn't give the one that we're looking for. Yeah, this is our main account, man. What is this team? What the heck? I'm like missed my own rift here because I didn't have a team ready. Oh, shoot. There he is. Funny. I would not use a uniform ticket on those uniforms. Definitely not Hella. 100% do not. Her uniform is cheaper than other uniforms, so you'll actually be doing yourself a disservice by using a uniform ticket on it. Yeah, to get the damage decrease. He does get some kind of buff, but it's not what you're looking for without a uniform. He gives like some crappy... I don't remember what it is. Not very good. I think I remember that correctly. I could be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice. It happens. Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Crazy. You know, that's something I want to look at. I'm curious how relevant Colossus's buff actually is, his support. It's damage reduction, right? I alternate, T1. I alternate. Sometimes I'll leave the PC on depending on what I'm doing. Sometimes it's a phone. It depends. But yeah, I'm going for 50, man. I've been farming dispatch a lot. You guys, what's up, Goober? Me and Vic and a guy named Desmond in the new meta Discord last night spent like literally 2 hours sitting there looking at dispatch, trying to figure out what the hell, what is going on with this. I hate this guy, man. You gonna die? Never, just never. This is one of the... So we're trying to figure out 13.5, right? Because me and Vic are both stuck on 13.5. And Desmond's in there with his account, dude. He ran dispatch for us for like 2 hours straight, just running combo after combo, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And we couldn't figure it out. We realized that for whatever reason that we cannot discern, Namor's tier 3 skill with his Wakanda Forever uniform claps the two bosses on 13.5 in a way that is just absolutely unreasonable. We don't know why it's happening. Like, we read through his tier 3 skill and everything, checked all the buffs. It applies a ton of self buffs. It does penetration. It gives accumulation. I think I'd have to look at it, but it's so weird. So here's what's so crazy, right? It's not the frenzy buffs. The frenzy buffs apply to allies. So if it was the frenzy buff, right, it would be having him on a team with like, so basically what we did is this kind of stuff. We ran him with Ghost Rider and Strange Lead, and it literally clears in about the same time as Namor with supports, and the boss dies in almost the same time. It's almost like Doctor Strange and Null or Ghost Rider or whoever else we use, we're barely contributing at all. It's so bizarre, but it's 100% Namor's tier 3 skill. Now, do I recommend buying, like, getting Namor the premium character and his uniform for one stage of dispatch? Hell no. But we're trying to figure out what was going on so we can figure out why Namor's tier 3 skill is so effective in killing those two bosses, so we can see if there's another character that can do the same thing. It's super weird. It was so crazy. It was honestly super fun, but we sat there forever just trying to figure out what was going on. Super trippy. Yeah, dude, and that's what's so weird. His tier 3 skill reads, I think, identical on his base uni, but I think it's because he doesn't do the damage. It's 100% him doing all the damage with his tier 3 skill. And so not having the uniform, I think, just neuters his damage too much. And the other thing we can't figure out is what it is on 13.5 that is oppressing you. There's some kind of like either buff that they have that's giving them some kind of damage resistance, either like pierce damage reduction or, you know, whatever it is, instinct damage reduction, I don't know. But somehow Namor's tier 3 skill either removes whatever hidden debuff is on you, and we tested that and it doesn't appear that that's it, or somehow penetrates what is going on with the bosses on 13.5. It's so weird. You can then take him to 14.1 and he's not impressive at all. It's only hitting the bosses on 13.5 with Namor's tier 3 skill with his Wakanda Forever uniform. It makes no sense. Look at Colossus's passive. We're farming Mythic Rift, brah. I'm already slow. If you remind me after we're done farming this Rift, though, I will go look for sure. Take a look at it, because I'm curious. I feel like he should be falling out even of the PvP meta by now. I find it suspect that he's still so good with so many other buffs available, support buffs. But maybe they, I mean, I kind of trust the meta. They figure it out. Those PvP guys, they know what they're doing, so. Oh no, yeah, I didn't. We're not buying Nick Fury's uniform now, because it's all like Sean said. It's just really small incremental increases from the uniform. So there's tons of better places to invest those crystals, in my opinion. Yeah, but I'm telling you, DR, we broke it down, dude. We took in other characters with all of those things and couldn't find a difference. It's something about... it's so weird. Yeah, we tried remove all debuffs. We tried characters. We tried running Jean Grey as the lead because she removes all debuffs on allies just as a leadership. We also tried using people who apply removes debuffs as a skill just to make sure that it wasn't a difference between the leadership and the skill application of remove all debuffs. Nothing doing. It's so weird. It's just like, and then other characters have accumulation and like and penetration. So maybe it's penetration. I don't know. It was weird though. I wish I had footage to like show you guys of how extreme the damage is on that stage from his tier 3 skill. I should probably just let this auto farm. I'm honestly probably slowing it down. Maybe not. Bro, Sean, I want a Marvel Rivals Storm uni, dude. That's what I want. Give us back Storm, man. Give us something for those ABL days. Please. Please, please, please. Yeah, the problem with that normal noob is it looks, well, it depends which one, which uniform you're talking about, which skin. No, maybe not 21 minutes. Maybe. Don't know. Chit chat, as long as we got stuff to talk about and I'm not just sitting here, you know, doing nothing. We got to get the essence so we can gamble, baby. And I thought I'd share with everybody today. Do some farming on stream. Someday when I'm all set up, I can, we'll open another account on a separate emulator window, and we can do account help while I auto farm rifts. How's that? Yeah, dude, Magneto would be sick. Yeah, dude, I just feel like I don't even want them to reduce the amount of characters that are seasonal meta. I just really don't like when the only option for anything is locked behind a seasonal. Like, I'm perfectly comfortable with all the free-to-play options being well worse than the seasonals. I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. But having, like, no option for free-to-plays to cover 2 World Boss Legend days for months. I mean, you have to build out Cable. And then for female, whatever, Blast Mutant, you're doomed. Doomed as a free-to-play. And that's why I want Storm so bad. That's why I want them to break Storm out of the seasonal lock. Because she is just so good as far as coverage goes for a free-to-play. Yeah, but we'll see. I kind of doubt it. And then, yeah, rotate someone else in. So, like, what's really good for free-to-play right now, right? Hulk, right? You could bring in, perfect example, actually. You could bring in a really, really strong combat villain that is seasonal, let's say, for frickin', I don't know, the summertime, since that's what's next, right? And then that would be better than Hulk. He would obviously get rotated out of the meta, but it would be better than Kingpin and Punisher, but those options would all be there for free-to-plays. And then whatever this new seasonal is could be the top meta you know, does 1 million more points or whatever, 2 million more points in ABX. Doesn't matter, because we have an option. No, I don't think they'll do seasonals for the 10-year. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm sticking by my feeling I've had since I saw the 10,000 crystals. I think we're going to get a big, big sink. I don't necessarily think that's tier 5. It may just be another multiverse saga, but we're going to get something that costs a lot of crystals. I think we're going to get something that costs a lot, of like a lot. I don't know what it is. Maybe a new game mode that's tier 4 only. Maybe something that's going to require all of us to use this ridiculous amount of materials that they've given us. Woo! Yeah, I get to take a nice old man nap today. Most of the work's around the house and stuff, so I don't have to go anywhere today, honestly. I sit around my house all day long, which is fantastic. Finish up the legendary battle video. That's what we're doing today. I need to get that thing out. It's been like half a week since our last video. I'm trying to get, at least one video out a week. 2 is more the pace I'm trying for, but they're difficult because I try to make them at least worth watching in some way. If I can, at least. Yeah, that's part of like what we were looking at last night. It's super weird. What team do you run? Just out of curiosity, RJ. I'm gonna call you everything. T1, TJ, RJ, PR, TJ. Pretty much, yeah. It's not exactly a tier list, but it is. It's a tier list. It's just not the kind of like tier list everyone's used to seeing. I am ranking them from which one I think is the best purchase to the worst purchase, yeah. Oh, yes, you better believe it. I did. I'm hyped for Fantastic Four, man. What's up, Zach? Thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. Nice, getting those 3-star RDs and 2 stars. That's what we want. I'm super pumped for Fantastic Four. I'm really hoping they nail Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four. I love the MCU. I'm not tired of comic book movies. I just want them to get back to really good stories. I don't even need them to connect from movie to movie. I just want really good stories. I don't care about all the other crap. Just give me good movies. That's all I want. Dude, yeah, it's honestly this new trailer for me, like my eyes watered a little bit, man. I'm excited. I have like emotional attachment to Fantastic Four. I love the team. They're one of my favorite comic book teams. I love all their weird timey-wimey universal crap. I freaking love it. So I'm pumped, man. And Silver Surfer, like, I don't think this is spoilers. I guess I should say, talking about these trailers for anyone who hasn't seen it. Maybe minor spoilers, trailer spoilers here. But Silver Surfer looks great to me. I love that they didn't try to do anything, how do I put that? Like, they just kept it exactly how Silver Surfer should look. Just that glossy silver look, nothing weird. They didn't go for some other crazy interpretation. It's just the female Herald of Galactus. I think it looks great. I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm super pumped, man. Super pumped. Moon Knight as Batman? Dude, that would be such a good April Fool's set of unis. Doing like a Batman and a Superman like knockoff with like paper bags. That would be so funny for like Moon Knight and Sentry or something like that. Some busted ass DC ripoffs. Oh, that would be great. I'm hyped for Thunderbolts, man. It's going to be the first MCU movie I've seen in the theater in a long time. I can't remember the last one me and Chrissy saw. It's been a while. Deadpool. Deadpool was the last one we saw in the theater. Psylocke, okay. No, so what's going on is there's some kind of... So, on 5-4, the stage with Thane, I think it's 12-5, 13-5, and a couple other stages, there's actually gimmicks, like hidden debuffs or buffs or things like... I believe Thane is super resistant or does not take non-instinct damage. So it's a gate that's put there to make you develop characters that do instinct damage to push past him. And I believe 13-5 is one of those stages, and that's why we're trying so hard to figure out what the hell is going on with Namor's tier 3 skill. Because if we can figure out why it's doing what it's doing, we can maybe figure out why that stage is the way that it is. Because as far as I can tell, no one knows. Like, everyone gives, like, when I tell people that, everyone goes, oh yeah, he's got the self buffs and penetration and, you know, all the things. And it's like, yeah, but other characters do too. So why is Namor just clapping these two? If you have the characters, test it for yourself. It's absolutely silly. For the tier 4 selector, I kind of can't, but I can give you some advice on how to figure out which character you should get out of the tier 4 selector. And I kind of can't even do that because I don't know who's going to be in it. So, but I can speculate and then tell you who I think's better, I guess, out of those characters. Yeah, that's kind of the problem, is we don't know who's going to be in it. If I assume that it's going to be the characters, at least that we saw in the splash, like Venom is character to fulfill requirements. Thor, if he will probably be in there, and I enjoy Thor. He has limitations, but he's also really strong for farming. And other things like that. So it's really comes down to what you want for your account. I made a video on choosing your first tier 4, and I think that's going to be really relevant to like this selector. You really just need to break down, what does your account need? Do you need to cover ABXL days with like really strong characters? Because look into that, you know? Maybe there's one in there for you, Venom or whoever. Yeah, it should be something similar to that. I guess I'm just saying we don't know for sure. But, so all I can do is kind of speculate, but yeah, Iron Man through Venom kind of thing. Exactly. Oh, I don't necessarily, I just don't enjoy playing him. I don't think he's a bad character. I'm not sure. I mean, Iron Man, like, is what he is, right? He's just one of those blast male heroes that's stuck mostly being good at World Boss Legend, right? And so I think the reason he gets dogged on, like, I dog on him because I'm bad at playing him, and that's a whole different thing, right? But I think people, when they dog on him, it's because it's one of those things where there's blast males that do more damage, like a good amount more damage. So everyone's like, nah, he sucks. But that's not really how that works, right? Like, just because so-and-so can do a bit more damage on World Boss Legend doesn't mean that Iron Man's bad, right? Does that make sense? You don't only have to tier 4 the very best character in the game. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean, so looking at that, Venom and Iron Man are the ones that stick out to me right off the, you know, right out the gate. I don't think that I would recommend Black Widow as a tier 4, even if you had her venomous uni. I don't think that's how I like look at that uniform and its value. I think it's much more of like a tier 3 AD kind of spread out at the beginning of the game to cover more modes uniform. So yeah, Storm was in there too, oddly, but she's in them. She's in them. She's in that lineup that you're talking about, I think, usually. Like a couple X-Men in there. I think sometimes Cyclops maybe now is in there. I don't know. No, sir, no. I have like very little interest in Hela at this point. I think Hela didn't get overhyped, but I think her hype has carried on too long. I think he said it in a video the other day that he feels like her value is sort of like falling off, and I think it's falling off a little harder than most people even admit. I gotta get into these Pop-Tarts here, neglecting my breakfast. Probably move on here soon. Hate to waste Mythic Riffage, but also spending a half hour of the stream farming is a little rough. Hard to slap these on the end of the stream though, because we'll be out of like energy and stuff. It won't line up right. Hopefully a couple people got in here and got some artifacts, got some extra essence. Yeah, I hear Venom's pretty strong. I haven't heard anyone who has like Venom tier 4 being like, nah, he's actually crap. I think he does really impressive damage and does exactly what he advertises that he's going to do. And he has access to a team-up collection and, you know, support through a symbiote that other characters don't have. Well, first of all, Charles, it ain't gonna take me 4 months to tier 4 null. Second of all, I'm debating it. I may not. Who, me? Because we have his artifact. Okay. We'll go look at Colossus. All right. That's where I'm at, Llamas. That's what we've been talking about. Yeah, I'd almost rather just... And like what Charles said is true. That's honestly kind of the thinking I have. It may not take us that long to build Null, but my concern is more that we buy Null's uniform for, you know, a bunch of crystals on the anniversary, and then literally the week after the sale ends, Void Sentry drops and overtakes PvP entirely. I would rather just hold off on the uniform, bite the bullet, pay the extra 300 crystals if Sentry does not get a meta PvP uniform, and then go from there. Because otherwise I'm going to spend, what is it? It's 2,500 normally, so it's going to be 1,250 for his uniform, right, on the anniversary. So that's potentially 1,250 crystals that's just wasted, in a way. It's not wasted, but you know what I mean. I kind of agree with you, Sean, although at this point, they may get dirty with the tricks. We're getting good stuff. Okay. I'm going to do this fast so I can come back here and hit that again. That rift's being juicy. We want Colossus. I don't remember if I have his mastery. Looks like we do. There he is. There he is. What am I looking at here? Yeah, applies to self. That one. Oh, Pietro's will. Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Interesting, yeah. It's just to himself. All his buffs are to himself in his, Oh, except this one. And that's just his leadership. I'm dumb. So, yeah. No, he just buffs himself. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, is that how that works? You guys see what T1 said? I don't have him tier 2, so I can't check. Oh, yeah, we can. What am I talking about? Duh. Right here. Tier 2. Yep, there it is. There it is. You simply have to take him to tier 2. And then it upgrades. That is bizarre, Marvel Future Fight. That is weird. That is bound to confuse people. No worries, you'll get a Mega 6-star sooner or later. We got Valkyrie and Ghost Panther we're waiting on. Yeah, it's always nice when the answer is no one was crazy. We just didn't have we just didn't have all the info. But there you go. Interesting. I didn't know that. Really? What's up, Smokeless? Thanks for coming by the stream. Good to see you again. We definitely get at least one native tier 2 and tier 3 a uniform a year. Whether we get them on the anniversary, I don't know. I think we'll get a Void uni for for Sentry for the Thunderbolts movie. Yeah, I'm really wondering. I'm over here really wondering what they're going to do. Like, maybe they'll release a new Tier 4 only PvE mode and then give Sentry just, like, the most ballin' PvE upgrade for that mode. So that he is just, like, the preferred choice. I'm trying to think how they would sell a PvE Sentry uniform. It just is not the same thing as making it PvP meta. Because you guys know, when you make it PvP meta, they sell it like crazy. It's like the guaranteed way for them to make money. Whereas if it's PvE, it's really easy to pass. I think, guys, like, no, he's like resistant to non-elemental damage. I don't know, man. Who knows? Nick Fury from Premium Tier 2 Selector. Yeah, so that's going to make that kind of a tough choice with the Nick Fury from the Selector because of what you said. It's like we may have other characters in that are... So from a pure free-to-play perspective, we might have... characters in there that aren't accessible other ways. So for someone like me, I have Nick Fury, but even if I didn't, I would probably say, okay, I would rather unlock Nick Fury with crystals and then get a character that I cannot get at all, period, than pick up a character that I can get through another means. And that's just how I play, though. I don't know that that's necessarily the best advice, because it's going to make it take longer to get your valuable supports, so... Yeah, Charles, I was thinking about, like, I wish they would do a mode where they made it so you could, like, toggle a button or a switch on Alliance Battle Normal, and it turned it into Alliance Battle Plus, which is essentially a second Alliance Battle Extreme with a different reward track that offered things like Celestial Essence, Emblem Enhancement data, things like that, like tertiary items that are really good, and had really strict requirements, like male, speed, villain, Sinister 6. And I think Alex was talking about something like this where they added something with stricter requirements, but I would love it if they let you swap away from clearing Alliance Battle Normal and replace it with another Alliance Battle with super strict requirements. I think that'd be so fun. Yeah. If you're thinking about, like, how can I make my account stronger, Nick Fury is definitely a really good option, for sure. For me, like I said, it's just that weird free-to-play quirk where I just don't... Like, any chance I get to get a hero that I can't get any other way, I usually take it. Not always, but usually. Because I know that there are just things I'm going to be locked off from entirely. And that's crystals and other things that I want. All right, we got our rift. Thanks, you guys. That was fun. And I think we got a good amount of essence. We were at like 2,400, I believe, essence before we did that. And we are going to get only 2 3 stars, but that's fine. Another, wow, we got a lot of 1 stars here. 290 right there, very nice. Where does that put us? We could just, I want to peek at something else as well. I think I might have missed one more GBR token. Ooh, naughty. Means I didn't run my second run yesterday. Okay, 2,600. Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure out. So this is one thing I wonder. Are you out of here, Goober? All right. So this is one thing where like people dump a bunch of energy into these rifts, and this is fun. So maybe we'll do it again, for me at least. But you can see it's not super efficient for us because our account isn't built up as much. We're not running these stages in like 30 seconds yet and stuff like that. They're taking us a minute and a half. But we just don't get the same kind of return on a Mythic Rift that other people are getting, you know, with really built out accounts and like rogue, you know, farming. Nice, Goober, nice. Yeah, Green Goblin. Well, yeah, Red Goblin. Red Gabbo. Interesting. Yeah, so he gets the supervillain superhero to supervillains, and then he gets the leadership as well, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Yeah. Basic attacks and ignore dodge. Yeah, that's a massive amount of ignore dodge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks. They are. They're getting there. We need a bunch, so... my problem with... exactly we use it, except for, like... I'm pulling up the ABXL meta here real quick. Yeah, he's not even like being used here, but that's because people are using seasonals and stuff. So we would probably use him on our like speed villain day, I guess. For a Gwenpool lead would kind of be our use for Goblin, because in Dispatch I don't think we'd end up using him because Doctor Strange as a lead is too good. Since he gives ignore dodge, energy damage, and a full-on DPS in that slot. It's really hard to replace him. Look at our uniforms real quick. I got to get into World Boss Legend and stuff here, but... yeah, this is kind of what we're looking at minus magic. I think the only way we're going to pick up magic... actually, I don't want to say only way. I really want to consider that, you guys. The main problem with Magic right now is that it takes a 6-star mega rank up ticket, in theory, or a really, really slow build. That's my main problem with her. Because she would cover both those ABL days. And even if it wasn't a very good score, it would be a score. And I think, like, for 2 days, I think I might buy a uni, and then we would get her artifact eventually, likely. Hard to say. But anyways, we've got really good supports here in Valkyrie, Sif, Ronin, and Shuri. So we're getting 4 of the best supports in the game at least. I want to get Captain Marvel because we'll probably get the Marvel's legendary battle to get a CTP of Rage, and then use this uniform not only to cover our ABX day, but oh yeah, but I would use that somewhere else, Kush, for sure. I would again, that's like one of those instances I would definitely use that on a character I can't get otherwise. Because yeah, there's usually in those tier 2 selectors, the premium tier 2s, there's quite a variety of characters in there. So might be able to pick up someone like Dazzler or Polaris or some other character that provides good support value that we do not have access to at all. Yeah, we just don't have any, is the problem, Diego. Otherwise, that's a good option for Magic, and that's kind of why she's just chilling. Like, we have priorities over her, right? Like, we're going to take Valkyrie and Ghost Panther out before we're going to take Magic. So. But yeah, and I think I want to get Beta Ray Bill and build him up, just out of love for this guy. I've said it a few times, he's just a favorite pick, and I want to use him while he's relevant, you know? While we can use him for damage. I can build him up, use him for World Boss Legend, I can do whatever I want with Beta Ray Bill. And then I'm still thinking Agent Venom is the move. But we'll see, because the symbiote value is just dropping off like crazy without getting Null's uniform. Anyways, so there you go. So I don't know if we'll fit Red Goblin in there. And then I do want to get, for us, for sure on this account, I want to get this uniform and this uniform discounted so we can get 2 premium card rerolls, which we desperately need. So I think that's a really good play. 4 types of support. Well, let's see. We will have quite a bit. So we'll have Shuri with her uniform. We'll have M'Baku. We'll have Ronan with his uniform. We'll have Nick Fury. We will have... who else is coming up? We've got another one. Sif. Valkyrie. Ghost Panther. Like, we're doing really good, honestly, in the support section. We're lucky to have some of the... Like, Ghost Panther doesn't need a uniform. So once we can get... Yeah, exactly what Kush said. Once we can get him up to, like, tier 2, transcended potential, this kind of stuff is absolutely amazing value. No uniform needed. Will rock a Shadowland stage for us. Shuri or Ronin? Eesh, that depends on your account. I can take a look again. I want to say Shuri if you don't have it. Well, it's tough because Shuri has value without a uni. Ronin kind of doesn't. But Ronin is limited to universals and Shuri has a more broad appeal. So I guess that's the information I'd be working with. Yeah, is what I'm thinking. Let's do World Boss Legend. Let's get that done, man. Nice null day today. Sure, we'll start with Hulk. Actually, let's start with Strange. Let's see if we can get his potential. Fine, that'll work. Oh, you know what? Sorry. Skirt. Let's do this. I've been waiting. I've been leaving that red pip there so we can do it on stream. I think we can finish this guy off. We may need to do... I just wanted to see how far we could get. Because if we can get this guy and use him in... in World Boss Legend, let's do it, man. So let's get this gear rolling here. Get this last step done. Ouch, that was kind of rough. That was the last rough last gear. Okay. And one more. Oh. It just does... Oh, man. Oh, man. Yo, man. Yeah. Indeed. Let's do this. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes. Looks good. Leave all that for now. That's fine. Let's go, team. Yes, sir. Now. Fucking toot. Let's go. That's what's up. That's a big support for the account. So that's a big one. Getting her done. We'll grab the gold challenge so it doesn't pollute my crystal challenges that I'm collecting. And there you have it. Very nice. Baku can lose his star. And let's go see if we can get Doctor Strange's potential. Tempted to just throw this in there to give Doctor Strange some more rippage, but I think he does pretty... No, that's right. 9 was tough. Let's see how he does with... Is probably where we want to use this in the future. But for now, I'm going to use it right here. What's up, Salim? Thanks for coming by the stream. No. Always need more supports, brother. M'Baku's got a bunch of uses for us that Sif does not. If I have Sif, no need to level up M'Baku. It's just for that day. It just depends on what you need. If you have like tons and tons of other supports and you really don't need him, then there's that. But like, we will definitely always have a spot, like especially with the setup we have now for M'Baku. Like we're dying for all these supports because we don't have hardly any. All right, let's see how we do here. Let's get him some damage. We'll give him some ignored dodge just in case, even though he's got it. We're gonna give him an extra 20 just to make sure. I want him to go in here and embarrass himself now. All right. 47.6%. Weird number. Yeah, we're just gonna let him rip with 3 strikers. See how we do. we cleared it on day 7. Ah. Playing on a numpad, playing on a numpad. Did the camera go? There we go. I think I might actually hit it there. Nope. Nope, we got stunned. Okay, so we're talking about doing like 2, 3, 6, let it play out. 2 about here, and then 4. That's what everybody's saying. That wasn't the right rotation, but for the tier 3. That's what everyone's talking about, right? Yeah, doing 6, then 4. Okay. Yeah, for the tier 3 rotation. I missed that again. That's alright. Yeah, you do like that, then the clones, and then hit the 4. Just so. Just so. In there with that force. Man, I'm playing so poorly, and he's still just ripping this dude up on stage 9. It's crazy. Don't delay cancel tier 3 skill if you're willing to do it before the 4. Really? Then you won't get any of the damage from it, though, eh? Don't need it? Oops. I tried to not delay, and I got him in the wrong order there. Does it still play out even if you cancel immediately? Huh. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Line the proc up. Okay, crazy. Okay, try it on the next one here. Yeah, so you just want, well, 5 if it was up, but it's not, so 2, 3, 6, 4. Just really fast. Let's do the whole thing. That'd be 5, 2, 3, 6, 4. Just like that. Just slam it out. I'm not sure that felt much more impressive, to be honest with you. I'll tell you what, the first thing I should do is, like, not run into everything, actually target the boss, and do my moves. Because I think that is gonna increase our damage quite a bit. Dang it! Strange. Striking. Weirdo. Tier 3 on the next one. Oh, there probably won't even be a next one. Yeah. We're just gonna do this. The old faithful way here. I almost screwed it up. I don't know what happened there. That. Done. Yeah, I saw someone saying 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know that adding in the 1 is going to do a lot. It'll help build the tier 3, though. I'm just trying to get the main, like, rotation down here. I just need him. There we go. I was like, I want to save that tier 3 skill. Finish him off. Playing 6 only when proc isn't ready. Instant cancel 6 when proc starts. You guys are crazy, man. You think I'm thinking about all that right now? Crazy. That was so slow, but I'm just trying to, like... I cannot tell you guys how bad that rotation feels on my numpad. It feels awful. Like, so bad. My fingers are jumping all over the place. So... fine, but I'll figure it out. It's just gonna take some practice on the numpad. It's honestly really bad. It's not so, it's throwing the 6 in, right? But going from 3 to 6 to 4, that's weird. It just doesn't feel very good. But anyways, there we go. Ugliest clear ever, but stage 9, Doctor Strange, clear at level 70, tier 3. Sounds about right. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Yeah, buddy, yeah. Tier 2. Yes, sir. I'm being loud. I'm gonna wake my wife up. Toot toot. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Yes, sir. We were waiting for that one. All right. Right now, I'm excited. Ah. Mm-hmm. All right. We're going to go finish these world bosses, and then we're going to eat up some materials and level Strange up a little bit, I think is what we're going to do. Sounds like a good time to me. So yeah, in the future, what we'll do, right, is... I believe M'Baku is going to fit here really, really well. Yeah, because it's... Oh, no, this is only combat. Or no. It's only physical attack. That's right. This is why I slept on M'Baku. I thought this was combat only for the longest time, his leadership. But it's actually physical attack. So yeah, M'Baku would make a great lead support for Gwenpool, for sure, if we wanted to use her. And knock out someone I don't want to use. Which we will be doing in the future. So there you go. All right, I'm going to do Hulk real quick. Take him through. Yeah, I'm torn still on the whole Wolverine Doctor Strange debate. Really torn on it, honestly. It's a really tough call. Because whoever we don't pick is going to get pushed out. Probably for a bit. Potentially for a long time. It's weird. It's like gonna be odd. Here, run faster, sure. I'll save the ignore dodge. I just want like one. There we go. Physical damage. That'll work. Yeah, I've heard that Strange does really well at tier 380, so I really want to test him in our dispatch stages at tier 380. I'm really curious how that's going to work for us. I guess that was late? I don't know. Yeah. Phone's blowing up over here. Get out of here, phone. Get out of here. We're busy. I got time for that. Yeah, we're stuck on 13.5. That's what I want him for, dude. And that's why, that's the reason I'm torn on Strange for, like, our anniversary tier 4 with the discount, because there's a lot of reasons for us to pick Wolverine. But if we can't clear through 13.5 dispatch without tier 4 Strange, it's going to look more appealing. But I think it's Pierce. Whatever it is, I don't think tier 4ing Doctor Strange. If tier 380 Doctor Strange with our tier 4s doesn't break it down, tier 4ing him is not what's going to break down that wall. It's going to be a bunch of Pierce. Like, we were running those dispatch stages last night with 25% Pierce and stuff. So, like, it wasn't, you know, early game cards or anything, and we were still seeing some like crazy results. It's weird stuff. Yeah, that's what we're weighing, right? Exactly, Kush. And that's why we've been leaning towards Wolverine this whole time, because the PvP. I will say though, I'm nervous about pushing in time like battle. I don't really like it. It gets you in a position, if you are doing that as a free to play, where you can, like, how do I put that? You push up, right, and you're like fighting specific enemies on the list, right, on the tier you're in, and you can get locked on days where you have to win a fight, but you cannot fight someone you can beat. So it lets you get in a position where you can actually miss out on your daily crystals, which I really don't like. Fine, I'll wait, dude. Jeez. Yeah, we're thinking Strange to 80 Wolverine tier 4. That's the plan we're on as of right now. And I think it's a good plan, so because we have Wolverine's artifact, I think that's a good plan. And that's exactly what I was talking about. So I was like, but here's, like I said, I think even if he doesn't do it at tier 380, I'm not sure that he will at tier 4. I don't think the tier 4 is what is going to make a difference in that dispatch stage. As weird as that is, it's some other weird mechanic that's blocking us. All right, what do we got here? Looks good. Yes, it does. 100%. 100%. It'll give him more damage. I guess what I'm saying is I really just don't think that that's going to be the kind of boost we need. Like, if we get... We'll see. I think we're still going to be way off with tier 380 Strange. Way off from clearing that stage. But we'll see how it goes. Exactly. I think we're going to need, honestly, like 10% more Pierce to get through there. 5 to 10% somewhere. Additional Pierce from where we're at. Still missed it. I hate that thing. You're not supposed to really be able to skip it anyways. The weird tech. Or I should say that wasn't how it was intended to be played. Rock got messed up there. Boo. Wait on the Transcended skill. Let it reset. Boom. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Man, our Gomorrah tears it up, son. And her build's not even finished. I was looking at our Gwenpool. She needs work. She needs help. I found a lot of ways we can improve our Gwenpool. She's still sporting Hawk's Eye, for fuck's sake. So getting Hawk's Eye off of her, getting her Overdrive would be huge. Getting that proc off of her and giving her... Oh, I'm being so dumb. I was like waiting for this dude to get up. I'm like, what are you doing? Like 5 health left. Get the proc off of her and get a mini rage on her, and then hopefully she'll feel better to play. Like, even there, I just don't think she's proc friendly, like, period. I mean, I know she can be. I know you can play her with a proc on Robust Legend. I just don't think she's a proc friendly character. At all. And then you got people like Gomorrah, who's just the friendliest little procer on earth. Screwed that up. Yeah, I guess Rage on Wolverine is really good, from what I understand. I don't know about hybrid. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I remember hearing that like, he could perform pretty well in PvP under certain situations with Rage. I don't remember if you had to give him something else, or gosh, this keeps getting just totally screwed up. Could have pushed him to the next phase easily. Oh gosh, she done. Stepped on the corner of it. Ooh, this sloppy. I got like a sliver of space to deal with here. That ought to cook him. Oh. Closer than I thought. Get up over there. No, I would recommend her. Well, actually, I can't say. I think I would, 100%. She's a great recommendation. She's really good. It's just that I would not have put that proc obelisk on her at all. I think a lot of people say she's proc friendly, and I think that's probably a misnomer. I know I'm not a super skilled Marvel Future Fight player, but like, yeah, she just seems to really struggle lining up the proc. Even with just the boss, it still seems like a rage would be better. Or mini rage. And we have an option for her. The problem is, here, I'll finish these clears and then we'll go take a look at it. Okay, let's do our... So... Toss him in there, see if we can't finish out his whatever. Never own into just for funsies. Nice! Grats, Salim. Huge. That's awesome, man. Grats. That was great. Love to see it. Still, it don't matter. I mean, 3 stars isn't great, but it's so much better than nothing. Man, I thought for sure I missed the cancel on that weird tentacle skill. But I guess not. Rip it up, Loki! I wonder when Loki will get knocked out of our World Boss Legend rotation. Be interesting to see how long that takes. Because someone will give him the boot sooner or later. There we go. That's what I like to see on that first one there. Poison. Oh, I stepped out too soon. Whew, that was close. You don't want to stand in the poison with Loki, man. He'll die to that stuff. He... Oof. His favorite pastime. I say, I don't like the way that's lining up. Ew. Oh, doggos, hang on. Mom will be up soon. I've been screaming and carrying on. I'm sure she's awake. The best artifact is 3-star icon. Get in there, Thor. Bro. Draw. Alright. Ooh, yeah, I'm hoping we get Magic's artifact for sure. What's up, TLG Gaming? Thanks for coming by the stream. Looking pretty good, man. We got those bonuses. Loving that. Extra tier formats. One more clear here. Right. Dang. That's great, Llamas. Not much, man. We're just finishing up our World Boss Legend clears. Maybe take a look at ABX. Did a Mythic Rift today with the crew. It's kind of lazy dog dangling morning. That stun just wrecked me so bad. That was funny. Yes, so late on that cancel. And somehow it still worked. Okay. Whatever you say, brother. Wow. Oof. How much is that, a 4-star, Sahaj? Because aren't I supposed to tell you that only 3 stars you should dismantle? You should save your 4 stars for rerolls? I think that's the advice I'm supposed to give you. Yeah, dude, our Thor's hitting like a Mack truck, dude. He's got that CTP of judgment. And if I was playing him well, whoo-wee, I tell you what. Yo, yeah, he's hitting hard, man. He's hitting hard. I see people saying Thor sucks, and I'm just like, ah, all right, man. Sucks for you, I guess. I don't know. Don't suck for me. All he does for me is absolutely shred these guys. Hmm. In the upcoming 10 years. Yeah, in the upcoming next 10 years, maybe. Alright, guys, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's see what kind of materials we've got here. Let's see if we can make some progress on Doctor Strange. So, because we are just dying on materials, we're going to be doing the 10% method for sure here. And I would anyways. I've said this a few times on stream, especially with second potential here, you can see how cheap it is when you first start for like the first couple levels. Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to mess with getting this one to exactly 10 because we're probably going to miss on it, and then we will just use... yeah, now is when you want to pay attention and try and get exactly 10%. A lot of people say you can't do that. Turns out, yes, you can. It's a little difficult here. You're dealing with such large chunks of movement, if that makes sense. Like, and usually you can just finagle this around and like walk back down. Like I said, here it's going to be hard because we're dealing with each material we put in jumps the percentage so much that it's going to be really hard to navigate and land exactly, yeah, on 10%. So we will just, gosh, yeah, look at how cheap it is material wise to do the 10% on this first stage. 6 materials is what it costs per attempt. So, you know, hey, use Life Seed. I do, don't worry. People yell at me for it. All right. Oh God, we can use feathers, bro. We can use feathers. We can use feathers. Oh golly. Well, that's nice. We'll save our BAM because we don't have much at all, and we've already built up Wolverine's gears from 15 to 20, so we don't need the Phoenix feathers there either. FYI. All right. Yeah, our life seed's pretty flush. We're looking good. So we will start throwing in some life seed. I usually do like, you know, I'll do like maybe 5 life seed. But I'm really careful because sometimes you need to do several. Yeah, we're not going to be able to hit spot on. Too big of jumps with the materials. But we will just get right up in here somewhere. Actually, to be honest with you guys, you can go for like almost 11% for the same gold cost. But Jesus! Oy, oy, oy. Let's go. I'm scared now, dude. Now I'm scared. Now I'm like, what's this next one gonna look like? But I don't know. Let's keep going and find out. Oh, how to get more tier 4 materials. So I think on that video on the channel TLG, there's a first tier 4 guide for new players and free-to-play players. And I think in the beginning of that video, I actually break down every way I know of in the game to get more tier 4 materials outside of special forum events and stuff like that, if you want to check that out. Let's do this up to like 5 here now. Little more EOD. I think it's still going to be hard to hit right on 10%, which is fine. No worries at all. 20 and 5. Let's just keep this ratio a little better. There we go. 15 and 8. All right. Okay. Like, and? Yeah, because you can see 5 life seed almost gets you to 10%. Pretty close. So one thing, that's what I was, this particular enhancement to get to exactly 10. But if you do, right, you're doing this and you're not on that first one where you need to actually do 10%, you've got 5% reserved and you're just putting in the 5%, memorize the numbers, man. If you get exactly on 10% and it's 521, just go, okay, 521, and then you do it. And then the next time, just put in 521 again, or whatever it is. Boys and girls, holy, what is going on? Whoa. Yo. Well, when the 10% method looks like that, you just shut your mouth and you don't tell anybody. That's like Fight Club, dude. We don't talk about that. What was that? That was second try, first try, second try? Is that what that was? Ooh-wee. Okay, let's look here. I don't even know, like at this point, our materials are so low, right, that we're pretty much doing the 10% method out of necessity. We can't even do, like, I'll show you. We could spend it, but what we'll do, oof. So we'll probably, oh man, well, we'll see how this next one goes. If we can get it, I think I'll do, oh man, so we can try and do the 10% method for level 11, and then we could hit 100% for level 12. And like, that's what I like to do. Sometimes I like to just not mess around with the last one. It gets incredibly expensive, so I'll just bite the bullet, say, okay, I'll just take it 100%, don't gamble on this one, because it can hurt so bad. We have to wait like a day or two to do this, that's fine. So let's do that. If we did 100% here, I don't think we'd be able to do 100% again without hurting our life seed too bad. So let's go ahead and just do like 10 life seed here. See what this ends up looking like for the first attempt. See if we can get away with like 20 and 20. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. See how it goes. We got to watch our gold too. We got to watch our gold for sure. Doing 10% around here. Like, this could get ugly. We'll see how it goes. Because this is where it gets real expensive, doing the 10%. You're eating a dog thing, right, dog? Yes, you are. What a good girl. Yes, you are. Such a good dog. It's ridiculous. I don't know how we got so lucky. She just lets me stream. She's 8 months old, and she just sits here, minds her business till we're done streaming. It's so nice. All right. So what's this? 5? Well, let's see. Let's see. This would be where it would matter, guys. This is where it would be worth it to, like, try and get exactly 10%. Gosh, 10.01. So I'll break this down for funsies while we're doing this. Like, a little bit of how I think about this, right? So we're at 10.01. Tells you here what percentage each one gives you. So we've got 0.411, 0.119, and 0.163. So I'll splash in one more life seed and then adjust it back down to see if it throws off that 0.1%. See, we're still at 10.01. We'll try one more and then do it this way. 9.99. 10.02. Yeah. So, okay. Where was 10 point? Get back to 10.02. One more life seed. No, I don't think we're going to get it, and that's okay. So, oh! Y'all thought I was crazy, didn't you? Y'all were like, what is this clown doing on his live stream? What is this nonsense? 8, 11, 2. And what a perfect balance, too. Yeah, perfect. 8, 11, 2. Can do a couple of these. We can afford a few. We'll see how it goes. 8, 11. I have seen this do some weird stuff because it's like 3 decimal point. Yep, like that. I can't explain that. I don't know why that happens. We didn't go from the 5 to 10, so I have no explanation for that. It just has happened. I readjust. I don't know. Okay, fine. 9 and 11, if you say so. I don't know. But there's exactly 10 again. Let's go for it. Let's go back to where we were. I'm going to go check our gold after this attempt. Okay, so what was it? Oh, dang. 982? Is that it? Oh, bugger. Yeah, I just have like no explanation for why it I think it has to do with the way the remainder and the materials you have inserted in add up. Like there's a remainder and then it like can somehow shift the decimal points when you go in for another attempt. Because I've had this work where you can just put in the same numbers over and over and over again, and then sometimes it gets thrown off. And I think it has to do with what potential stage you're on. I'm going to spare us the pain of like sitting here while I readjust that over and over and over again though, so don't worry. I won't make you guys sit through that. However, there we go. I want to get a decent ratio here. And let's do that. Might as well. I'll put in a couple more materials to get it closer to 11%. I don't know if it rounds up or rounds up or down. Yeah, I know. Originally it was 8, 11, and 2. And I will see if that does it again, but I don't think so. Yeah. Isn't that weird? So, I'll let you know when I get this all figured out. I really don't like going anywhere except for, I mean, you can. Let's see what that looks like. I don't like 25%. It's a 1 in 4. It's just a more expensive 1 in 4, which is way better than 1 in 10, don't get me wrong. But we're looking at like, well, I'll give it one shot, man. You've been in the stream for a long time. Maybe you'll give it and get it for us. Maybe this is the way. Let's give it one shot at 25%. Why not? It's kind of, you get into this place, people argue about this a lot, but there's really only a few fundamentals that are important to understand. And at this point, we're still saving the 5% on materials for this roll. But we're just putting in a little extra for this one, a little extra juice. See, the problem is, yeah, and then this costs a solid million. So when you miss on these, you're missing on a million, you know, gold. But let's just do it once. I don't care, just for fun. See if we hit. I don't know why we're getting like the suspenseful. I think a lot of, they're gonna have to re-upgrade their servers or something. A lot of people coming back. Hey, thanks TG. Appreciate that. Thanks for coming by the stream. That's the way to get, oh, hey now. Subtarsi for the win. And again, this is one of those things like, yeah, you know, you can say told you for sure, but it is just a 1 in 4 chance. We're just getting really lucky here, guys. We're going to take the win. We're probably going to do 100% on this last one. Walk away while you're ahead, dude. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them. 100%. That is just wild. Yeah, dude, we're blowing the game up. There's too many people coming back. Hilarious, dude. It's like speaking Chinese at me. It doesn't know what's going on. Okay, so now we have used a lot of feathers. Can we do like a... So we need 2 more. What happens if we just do this? Leaves us 1549. What does this look like? We don't want to go down this road. I'm just seeing what kind of percentage we get from biometrics, really. Not great. I think we should do like a combo. Yeah, because like we're getting this takes us really low on feathers. Which, you know, though, on the other side, Sahaj, is kind of like okay. Because I'll show you what's going on with that. By the way, guys, I meant to show you that. Check this crap out. Dude, I ran dispatch last night. We got all of these from like 50 dispatch runs. It's like 4 of these or 5 of these last night. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. That's just crazy. So many. So let's check how many we have. Let's look at that because we're less interested in re-rolling the bonus stats on our cards and way more interested in craft re-rolling. So we need to see how many of these we have now. Yeah, we're looking pretty decent. I know that's not a ton. 20. but it's a decent amount for where we're at on a free-to-play. So I think I'll probably eat some of our feathers. Plus, we have a lot of ways to like get them. I'm sorry, yeah, Dark Knight. She's a mutt. She's a bunch of different breeds. She's a black lab, German Shepherd, boxer, some kind of like Catalua cattle dog or something like that, shepherd dog. Something that makes her really small. So she's this like skinny like a German Shepherd, but looks like a black lab, but has a brindle coat and is small. It's very strange and very cute. Exactly, Sahaj, right? So let's do it. I didn't even think about that. Let's just burn them, bro. And I want to check one more thing. I know this is taking forever. Thanks for your patience, guys. If this is boring, hopefully it's not super boring. What else do we need feathers for with Wolverine besides leveling him up like we are with Strange? Because I was looking at it and I'm pretty sure the 15 to 20 is really the only time you're using feathers. Am I getting that wrong? Let me look at the, where was I looking at that? I think it was in the Mega Guides. I was looking at the native tier 2 costs. No, it must have been the gears. Page from Thanos Vibes, I think is what I was looking at. But anyways, you don't use as many feathers for characters like Wolverine, I feel like, as people think. Like you can, because you need them, and it was expensive taking his gears up, but... Is it to 25 too? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I don't know what I was looking at, but I should find it because I think it was actually inaccurate what I was looking at. It listed his gears as being just EOD, TCP, and black antimatter. Yeah, so we'll need a lot of feathers. We will need a lot of feathers. So let's balance it. Let's do, because we're gonna have to do this twice. We need to do it for 80 as well, so. And then we're taking this bad boy in dispatch. Let's do like half that. Let's do like, we'll get our first level from feathers, right? Do something like that. We'll use a little, we're low on BAM, so we don't want to use a ton, but we'll use some. I want to like spread this out and cushion the blow. Leave enough to kind of like start working on gears or do whatever. But do keep in mind that we did just transcend potential M'Baku today. So like we're doing good, man. Our materials look dry, but that's because we are spending like crazy to make progress. Okay. Oh my gosh, the dogs are getting rowdy. Let's see here. Those guys are about to flip over. We don't need her bios. Guys, hey, come on. Out. Out. Ow. Out. Amber. Out. Whew. That's too much. I love you guys to pieces, but you cannot both sit behind me running in circles, eating each other. That's not gonna work while we're while we're live streaming. No, thank you. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear them? All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go kiss my wife. Instead of saying good morning to her, I went and just yelled at the dogs instead. Yes, they started the dog timeline battle in autoplay for sure. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, and sorry, that was me. Okay. Man, I like that lady. All right, so let's do this. Did we get it? Did I do it? No. Level this guy up. Jean wins, man. She's all young and spry. Yeah, and she's got that hybrid PvP, PvE stuff going on. She's crazy, man. Okay. I got this all messed up. That one's tier 3 already. Yeah, that's Amber. She's ancient tier 3, but she got her tier 3 like years ago, so she's kind of fallen off. All right, we'll use a little bit of these. And we'll use some of these. Yeah, and we don't want to use too many bios, obviously, because we want to use these for ranking up our characters and all the other characters that cannot use feathers. Yeah, we can also convert. I want to be careful here. We can convert Macron shards into feathers too. I don't need to add more. We're going to need plenty more here when we do them 78 to 80. Let's grab those. Let's grab those. We're going to need... Wait, oh, that's what's going on. How annoying. I have to... Now I see. I have to, like, do these first. I can't switch back and forth between the tabs. Yeah. What's up, Trey? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by the stream. Yeah. We got to do them one window at a time. I'm, like, flopping back and forth wondering what the hell is going on. All right, let's do that. Some of these. Go. That. I don't know. I was having a thought about Nebula's uni, though, and free-to-play ABX. Alex was mentioning this morning how she, like, fell off really quick. And I was like, yeah, because she got replaced by a 7,700 crystal character. So I wonder how Nebula... Yeah, because I think she's not going to compare well to the meta, obviously. But for free-to-play, man, combat female is ugly. It's kind of up to you, I guess, if you want to put a uniform down for combat female. We're using Scream right now, just to get the 1,000,000 points and push through it. Alrighty then. There he is. Bam, level 78 Strange. Let's go. All right, we got to be careful here. We need a lot of life seed, but we're going to get plenty more before we do another tier 4. But we need quite a bit. I am willing to use at least 100. I think we're probably good to use 200 life seed. Let's see what 150 looks like. We need to be careful. Tier 2s, their skills cost a lot. We're going to have to, like, yeah, I'll break down some of that. Yeah, we're going to need more. 254. Subtarsi, you got us once. That is something I will not do. 90% inverts the 10% method into something, yeah, like scary. That is terrifying. You're letting a potential 10% chance rob you of so much. Like, if you missed on 90% here, we would lose 221 life seed. Just nothing. And 111, I mean, it would be devastating. Definitely just put in the other 10 life seed that you need to get it to 100%. Without a doubt. Yeah, exactly. That's scary talk. No, we're good, guys. We're good. We're going to bite the bullet. We're going to spend the life seed. We have plenty of ways to get the life seed that we need for the tier 4 that we're going to do. We're not doing another tier 4 for nearly a month, I think. So I think we're good. Exactly, yeah. And I need sleep, man, because I didn't sleep last night. You guys, we're just doing it, man. This is amazing. Level 80, tier 3, Doctor Strange coming at you. I'm just going to eat up the feathers. It leaves us 1,000, which is fantastic. We can convert more. We will build more. We're not doing Wolverine. Like, now, we're shifting into building Wolverine. But we'll just save up the feathers. We'll probably build up a tier 3 before Wolverine now at this point. I'm thinking, but we do need to shift into building Wolverine here soon. We do have to think on it. You know what? Let's just... We can save a few feathers, right? We don't need to spend them all. Yeah. Oh yeah, we going toot. We'll use a little more of our Bamsters. Not too much. We need to save this for gears as well, so. It's all a balance right now. It's crazy. And then we'll use a few more biometrics. Yeah. That's what we'll do. Split the cost just a little bit. Cushion the blow. We don't lose too much of any one thing. Sure. I'm trying to grab bios that we get from story mode. Those are the ones I like to spend first. I can usually remember most of who you get, but, you know, characters like Captain America, Iron Man, we've already got them tier 3. Some of them 80. Not really. Actually, none of them are 80 yet. You don't get Hulk bios from story mode, which is weird. But there you go. There it is, folks. Toot. Huge W for the account. Tier 380 Doctor Strange. Dispatch mode. Let's go. Yeah, I want to find out if we can break this door down. We can't, but let's see if it moves the needle at all. I am very confident we will not be completing this stage. I would love to be wrong, but yeah. All right, 13-5. Yes, yeah, he will. He does really well. And we haven't had him 80 yet, so let's see how he do now. I'll check his build. Not completed at all. Good to know. But the reason it's kind of incomplete right now is dude's just such a badass. His stats just come preloaded in like great shape. You can see here the cooldown cost from our cards. We just threaded that needle perfect, you guys. 49.22 on the cooldown. Crazy. Yeah, no. It ain't happening. I'm trying to see how much it moved the needle, guys. This stage is weird and difficult and has some kind of gimmick that we're trying to figure out right now. Oh, yeah. You got to get your Loki on manual. That's such a good point, Raj. If anyone else is doing that, yeah, you got to manual play with your Loki in dispatch. Yeah, Sahaj is 100% right. And if anybody's wondering how clear that is, check this out. Just how obvious it is that Pierce is what we need. I think this is going to look almost identical to what it looked like with a level 70 Strange. But we'll see. Maybe a little better. Right, we don't have autoplay on. I'll just keep letting this one go, even though that wasn't perfect. Go. Nice. Nice. Cook 'em. Go. That was pretty quick. That was decent. Decent. But yeah, right about the same pocket. It's Pierce that you need. It's so weird. It's not weird. It just like, yeah. It's the way it is. This is a gate that requires you to get Pierce, basically. You know, I mean, like, I will grind against these stages, but you guys will see on the boss just how brutal it is if you haven't seen it yet. Absolutely insane. If anyone's able to, one thing I would really like to test is an account that has Namor with the Wakanda Forever uniform, but has like 10% Pierce. That can wow, guys, that was 20 seconds faster. 20 seconds faster. That is massive. Yeah, watch how bad this boss is going to brick us. We saved 20 extra seconds. I can't tell you how big. That's like actually a huge change. Huge. Yep. So we've got Ignore Dodge from Doctor Strange's lead, but I still don't think that's going to be enough. However, I can confirm it is not Ignore Dodge that is the issue with this boss. It is some other mechanic. I think they have pierce damage reduction is what I'm thinking. And so I think it's the combination of the self buffs and the penetration from Namor's tier 3 skill. That's my current working theory, is that these bosses are somehow either have a buff that reduces pierce damage they take, or there's a debuff in the stage that reduces the pierce damage you do, because every other move in Namor's kit does nothing. It hits like a little tickly feather, except his tier 3 skill. And that's the only one with penetration. So later today or another day, we're going to experiment and see what we can do with penetration. Try some other characters and see if that's what's going on. Because it's truly bizarre. Part of the problem is the two bosses get spread out, and you're just like not hitting one of them. Yeah, there's like ads over here. I don't even know where the bosses are. We're not doing any damage because I'm telling you, they do some kind of like pierce damage reduction or something that makes it so you have to get either really, really high pierce damage or some kind of, I think it's penetration. I'm gonna experiment today. I promise you, Kush, 1000% that the answer to this is not ignore dodge. We could use some, I see the dodges, I understand that that's happening, but bro, I'm talking like level 20, an account with 25% pierce, access to like the craziest ignore dodge buffs wasn't what was doing this. It's like Namor's tier 3 skill with the penetration. You have to see it. You have to see it for yourself to see what I'm talking about. It's not even like, dude, Namor one-shots these bosses. He one-shots them both on dude's account because he has 25% pierce. Literally just the tier 3 skill will almost clean out both of their entire health bars. That almost doubled our ability to push these bosses down, guys. So I'm actually a little more optimistic than I thought I would be after this, and I also stopped doing good rotations at a point. And also, once there's no more ads anymore, you should switch off of Loki and switch to another character to do single target damage rotations on bosses. Yeah, let's go take him back into World Boss Legend for fun. But that was actually like really encouraging, honestly. But yeah, I got to look into it, what it is about that stage. Because there's ignore dodge issues for sure. And then when you get into Sector 14, they're level 85. So like it's even that's where ignore dodge really becomes something you need. But yeah. Station removes all buffs. So it's not buffs. It's not a buff. Because there's tons of debuff rips on all kinds of characters, right? He does not have penetration here, right? I'm seeing that correctly. There is no penetration on the tier 3 skill. I want to show you guys really quick on stream so you can see, and then we'll go do World Boss Legend. I want you to see this. This was so bizarre, and if Vic was in here, he'd be telling you the exact same thing. That this is just the weirdest phenomenon. We don't understand why it's happening, and we're trying to figure it out. Okay, so the reason I know, or not know, but I'm gonna try and do this fast because I want to make this concise. Without his uniform, he does nothing. He cannot do damage. So that let us know that it is him doing damage that is killing the bosses. It's not him buffing the other characters in the group. It's not these like, yeah, he has two like group-wide fury buffs that he applies. That's not what's happening. That is not the thing that is making this so weird. It is this skill. And I'm starting to think it's this. It's the fact that you have a PvE character with penetration. And I think he's penetrating some kind of, I don't know. That's all I've got, because damage accumulation certainly isn't unique to Namor's tier 3 skill, eh? No, so sure. Second skill? You mean his tier 2 passive? What you talking about? So keep in mind that on his 5th skill here, he has the group-wide fury buff, and it actually doesn't list it on his newest uniform. He does not have it. Yeah, and we experimented with that, Drago. We experimented on that, with that, and it did not appear that that was what was doing it. We used other characters that remove active debuffs, and it did not have anywhere near a similar effect. Literally nothing that we tried would do it except for this skill. Not his buffs. We literally ran it with other characters and tried applying the fury buff separately to see how that would affect the other group. We tried running the boss without using the tier 3 skill, and then they just don't die. Yeah, we can look at Venom's skills. Let's see if does it have penetration? Because I think that might be what we need to check. And if Venom would be a perfect candidate for testing that. I don't know. We just got to keep testing, Kush, because it may be common, but it may just not be on the Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, because it's not on the ones we were using. It's not on Strange. I can check on... he was using Ghost Rider, probably has it. Maybe? I have to check. Anyways, I want to see this. I don't know. It gets really heady, Drago. Like, we were getting into really weird territory where, honestly, our brains were getting exhausted from how much we were thinking about what was happening. Like, it was just getting so weird. Oh, he doesn't even get any changes to his tier 3 skill, huh? Crazy. Crazy. Nazi. Alright, well, where is his tier 3 skill? Give me that. Yeah, he's got penetration, so we'll test that. In fact, this is perfect, you guys. This is perfect. This does everything except for the debuff removal that Namor's tier 3 skill does. It literally has the same things. Penetration, accumulation, and increase of all attacks by 1% based on the accumulation. Actually, it's higher. It's 1.5 for Venom. I know, Kush, but you're just saying the things that I know are good in Dispatch, but they're not what's going on with this stage. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, unless you were replying to someone else. Sorry, I didn't see. But yeah, it's super bizarre. We'll move on. I assure you guys that it is not the standard, like, oh, you need ignore dodge, or oh, it's this defense down buff. It is some, we tested the resistances too, brother. I have no idea. I have no idea. If anyone wants to run some experiments, if you have Namor's Wakanda Forever uniform and you have him at tier 4, go mess around with it. See what I'm talking about. Go into 13.5 and slap those bosses with his tier 3 skill and see what happens. It's just plain weird. What's going on, Lazy Morning? Good to see you, bro. Where am I going? Let's go World Boss. Let's test out our Strange, man. Let's see how he does now. Yo. Let's, can we even give him... We can't. We don't even have, like, 2 supports. That's hilarious. I mean, yeah, we can do this. We can do that. There we go. Or is this heroes only for his, Yeah, it is. It is. So he doesn't even do anything. And that's Eternals only. All right. That's why we want to be building up supports, man. I tell you what. But it don't matter. Any old body's fine. Any old body's fine. Take a lady with you. We'll give him some decent strikers. No tier 3s, though. We want the damage to be his. But we will give him some strikers. Yeah, I think Sahaj is right that 10% Pierce is going to be pretty much required no matter what you do. Although, that's what I'm saying, Sahaj. I want to see what it looks like if someone with like 7% Pierce takes Namor tier 4 in there with his Wakanda uniform. I don't want anyone to pay for anything to do that. But I'm looking for someone who has that account that's in that state. I want to see him go in there and try that. Bars and bars and bars. Ripping up your bars. Oh, he got us with the second tentacle grab. We're killing him so fast. Not even going to waste the tier 3, dudes. Wow. So now we're starting to get where we want to push World Boss Legend. Yes, sir. All right, let's see if I can do this. Oh, he interrupted my 4. What a dick. It's just so strong. I'm like not even doing the rotation, dudes. It's just, yeah, this is with an obelisk, yeah. I think it's 0.08. I don't think it's 0.9. Oh yeah, dude. Rage will rock this dude. And we're getting one too, so I'm excited. Oops, I meant to do 2, 3, 6, 4. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, you'll have to have him upgraded because it's truly him doing all the damage. Not all, but like making it happen. Like it is 100% that skill. Hey, there it was. Too bad he phased right after I did it. Nice. Yeah, so that's dope. And that's going to get us good ABXL scores as well. Really excited about that. Build long green-headed. I don't know who long green-headed is. Leader? Are you talking about leader? We don't have rank up tickets for leader right now. Someday though, someday we'll bring him up, I'm sure. I actually love this character, so someday I will build him. May actually be the character we attempt for world #1 on. Maybe this guy. I don't know if we'll maybe do him top 500, but since he's premium, I'm gonna go with he'll be our top 100. Be cool. Yeah, he is. I love any support they add, honestly, that has their support value on their 4-star passive. That's just absolutely awesome. Wherever it is in here. But yeah, very cool. Let's check ABX real quick. I'm going so slow. And I'm going to hit these really quick so I don't forget. Not that I would ever forget, but always got to get that emblem data. Nice, 64 heroic. That's nice. Love that. Right. Let's check in on ABX, see what's going on here. Oh, shoot. We've been streaming for 2 hours, boys. Do you work today, honey?
I'm gonna.
Okay, cool. Nice. We might get to play some Path of Exile today. Me and the wife have been trying to get some time to play Path of Exile with each other, but
Somebody.
yeah, somebody's too busy. All right. What do we? So nice, so nice. All right, take it away, man thing. Take it away, bro. This one's yours. This is you today. Take some friends with you. Get in there, beat them up. It's your day, brother. Ooh, I haven't turned this heater off. A little bit of peanut butter distraction, a little peanut butter diversion for the dogs. Dirty old plant, man. Gotta love it.
What
That should be their tagline, Septarsi.
is
The only game where you can play with none of your favorite characters.
Path worth?
Oh, is Path of Exile worth playing? Absolutely. Absolutely,
Well,
100%. In fact, if I were you, I would play Path of Exile 2 and absolutely 100% avoid all YouTube videos about it, except for maybe a guide if you want to use one. Pay no attention to the... Yeah. Not that the YouTube community is not great. There's just been a lot of weird... They had a rough launch for their second early access patch, right? It was just like some things were tuned wrong and it made some really severe consequences. They fixed it in 24 hours. And every day since then, they've pretty much put out a patch that has updated things in majorly positive ways. And in general, Path of Exile 2 is one of my favorite games I've ever played. It is fantastic. It has issues, as all games do, but I think it's so fun. It'll be free too, by the way. That's why I play it. I'm planning on playing it a little bit on this channel. If you wait until the game full releases, it is a free game. So you don't have to pay for it. If you want to play in early access, it's $30. But they give you $30 worth of the premium currency as well when you buy it, yada, yada, yada. Hey, thanks, Ruthless. Appreciate that. All right. Let's take this beastie for a spin here.
Candy Crush. Oh.
There you go. Yeah, dude, we need that leader support. You weren't kidding. There it is. Now, we're just going to have to kind of pad here. There's really no... I mean, if this guy was 6 stars, that would be nice for the attack speed. but I think we'll just take the all attacks from having to, well, gosh, it's actually this. I wonder if that's a better setup. I'm min-maxing here. It's not important, but this gives us, wait, not you. You. Gives us attack speed, 5%, and crit rate. We don't need the crit rate, but the attack speed's nice. And we only lose 1%. I'm doing that. We only lose 1% all attack for 5% attack speed. I'm gonna take it.
Subway.
Temple Run and Subway Surfer. Yep, going to play Pepsi Man. Is that what you're doing? All right, guys, I'm gonna try here. Let's see how we do. I might reset once or twice. I'm gonna try and do Doctor Strange's rotation close to correctly. We'll see how we do. They're coming, man. I'm gonna do a video, I hope, for most of the major, like do one for legendary battles, one for deluxe packs, maybe an entire video for Multiverse Saga. And then we'll do a video of like what we're gonna buy on the anniversary and what I think's good, all that stuff. We're gonna have tons of anniversary tips. Oh. I missed the 6. Get it on the next one. God, that's weird on the numpad, man. I'm telling you. It's so bizarre to hit that rope. My rage procs, my mini rage isn't lining up very well at all. I'm gonna give it a little delay. Yep, see if we can get it back on time. And then we'll use that. Well, he's gonna go center, right? I don't want to waste the tier 3 skill if he's gonna go center. It's about 120, isn't it? Yep, 120. I wonder, I'm really curious how the other rotation where you'll play the 6 out first will do. I wonder if it'll score any better for us. I would give it a shot because this looks a little low, honestly. And I know I'm not playing him very well, but yeah. It seems like actually playing out the tier 3 skill might be the way to go here. You know, on second thought, what we really want is those team up tokens. So being that we're over 7 mil, I think we'll just take it for today. But yeah, I'm curious if like a 6, like letting the 6 play until the clones come, and then doing like a 2, 3, 4 rotation will be better. But I'm not sure. Nice, way better than we were doing though. That gets us to our team up collection, which is really nice. For 60 crystals, you do 50 characters, 2,000 crystals. Yes, sir. We be yeah, I think so. You can cancel his. It is and it isn't. The rotation we were doing there, where we're canceling it for the buffs. So we're basically transferring the buffs from the tier 3 to the 4 skill, which is doing a lot of his damage, right? Where the other way to do it is to let the 6, and this is the way I understand it, let the 6 play out until the clones spawn, and then you can cancel, and the 6 will actually play out and do its damage. But if you do that, it's just weird. Yeah, can you just do like, yeah, can I just do like a 5, 2, 3, 6 till the clones spawn and then 4? Yeah, maybe I'll just go watch that. I'll probably just go watch that. I appreciate the guys' help though, for sure. Gold, make sure your dispatch mode is healthy. Make sure you got your dispatch mode pushed as far as you can. Fill up your dispatch sectors. Make sure you're gaining a lot of gold from your dispatch. Dimension missions every day, getting this contribution reward. Once you're up to 15, you get 2 million gold here every day. Not spending too much. Be careful with ISO 8 set rolling. Like, I want to re-roll her ISO 8 set right now, but I'm going to wait because we're going to have a discount coming soon. And we can make Hawk's Eye work for now. With the instant cancel on 6. Okay. Gotcha. Right. Yeah, we need more pierce damage. You can feel it. You can see everyone. Like, better rotations, like playing him better and finishing out his build, we would definitely get a little higher score, no doubt. But we're still going to be stuck in that like 8 to 10 million bracket until we start getting pierce. For sure. Yeah, I'll go check it out. Secret tech. Okay. Cool. All right. Oh my gosh, let's grab these. Why not? Just grab them on stream, see what we get here. We want to get some more tokens so we can push that again. See what we get. X-Force. Interesting. We got, was that a crit on that for 3 instead of 2? Is that what that was? Funny. Maybe not. Maybe they're all just highlighted like that. Right on, Sahaj. Thanks so much for hanging out, brother, and thanks for all the help. I hope you have a great day, my friend. All right. We got our ABX. What else we got on here? We built in Baku. We got Doctor Strange to level 80. We done did a lot today. I think I'll do the rest off stream. All right, my friends. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you enjoyed this, don't hit that like button for us. It helps the VOD spread. More people see the streams when they're uploaded. If you want to see more of the live stream series or you want to see the guides that we're making, hit that subscribe button for us. Until next time, I am Old and Gray. This is Free to Play, and I hope you all have a spectacular day. Take care, guys.